Okay, I'm going to go on to the EPA.gov website and document whether or not there is good information on climate change on the site today, which is January 22nd, 2021. So here we go. See what it says. Okay, so here is the official website of the US government, EPA.gov. There's some COVID references. There is not any mention of climate change that I see. Okay, so this was Trump's administration. He's no longer in office. There is some cleaner, healthier environment links here, but nothing. Let's see, environmental topics. Let's see what's in that section. Nothing that I see on climate change under environmental topics, which is one of the biggest um, crises we face today, besides COVID, which is more near term. Climate change is obviously a longer term and bigger threat overall than COVID. So nothing. So let's go back to the um, top page. Cleaner, healthier environment. I would think something should be here, but clean air, let's see what it says under our nation's air. Okay, it's just a link to a report. Let's see if it has anything on CO2 concentration. Let's see. Since 1990, let's see, is there any CO2? Not a single. You would think that there would be CO2 concentration, which causes climate change. There would be reference to it in this chart. Um, and there isn't. So this is a glaring example of how the Trump administration, and to some extent the Republicans in general, um, hide from the public uh, the severity of climate change and the crisis we're in with the planet warming, climate being disrupted by greenhouse gases being trapped in our thin atmosphere. So this is a problem. Um, this is all like, there's data here, but it's hiding some very important data, and you can't even find it. I mean, that's the amazing thing. Is like, it's one thing to not. Here's CO2 emissions. Okay, it's way down, um, buried deep. So let's see, where is that? Oh, what color is it? I mean, what? Oh, he has GDP up here. Trying to you know, CO2 emissions. Yeah, he doesn't have CO2 concentration. He has emissions, but don't forget CO2 emissions, they stay in the atmosphere, so it just accumulates. So yes, we've made some progress reducing how much, the acceleration of how much we're putting in and ever increasing, but we have to lower the emissions and it takes hundreds of years for the CO2 to dissipate and get put back into the ground or get captured back into plants. So, if you keep putting the same amount in the atmosphere every year, it's going to continue to accumulate, and the concentration of CO2 in the atmosphere continues to go up. So nowhere in here in the EPA, Environmental Protection Agency's website, does it show, what the CO2 concentration is and how it's accelerating. So that's a problem. Yeah, visibility. I wish there was more visibility. Um, you know, no mention of climate change. Let's go back um, and see if we could. Come on, let's go back. I'm just going to go back to the front page here. Let's go back. Okay, now here's environmental topics. Where would it be? A to Z topic index. Okay, let's see if it's in here. Climate change. Climate change. See, like, it's all buried in this little tiny text. Climate Action Benefits Report. There's nothing in here that kind of says, hey, climate change is dangerous. We need to do something and try to guide consumers on how to combat it. It's very subtle and hidden behind um, very obscure places in the website. From the Environmental Protection Agency. So let's go to, yeah, let's just click on indicators. Okay, there's an indicator report from 2016. It's 2022 right now. So, here's an acknowledgement from the Obama. You notice that this was written during Obama's presidency. So it doesn't look like they have an updated report from the Trump era. This, it wildfires at an all-time high. This is all record low sea ice, March 2016. Again, I would like to see this updated instead of ignored by the Trump administration um, and the people he appointed to protect the environment, which they looks like they may not have done very well good job of it. So there's weather and climate. Still having a hard time finding CO2. Here. U.S. greenhouse gas emissions. Let's see what's in there. Okay. This is, again, it's just emissions. It doesn't have the concentration. Yeah, and plus, it ends at 2014. Um, Data source, US EPA 2016 right here. No update from 2017 through 2020 to 2020. Atmospheric. Here we go. This might have something. Okay. All right. So here we go. Again, not updated since 2016. Okay. This shows what looks like a scary thing. This is the carbon dioxide concentration in parts per million, and you can see, like, in history, it's gone through different, eras, periods. 400,000 years ago, there was a spike, kind of a spike. It got up to 280. Here it was a little bit worse, 300 million, 300 parts per million. Um, Now we enter the, I wish we could blow this up because you could see it near term, um, where, it started going up a little before 1915 and the Industrial Revolution. Look at, look at how fast it's rising. And this is 2016 data. We are way up here now, way up here. The trend, um, you know, we're going to be up here 425 or so in 2020 because I mean look at this trend. So this is a problem. It's buried way down deep into the website. Nothing has been updated. They had not been concentrating on battling climate change and withdrew us from the Paris Climate Accord, uh, told lies to the American people. This is Trump, what Trump did in his EPA. Told lies to the American people that climate change is a hoax. Um, and the result is our world is in a much uh, more dangerous position without U.S. leadership in this area. And uh, we have a lot of ground to gain back after the lies and the misleading information and the suppression of science by the Trump administration. So I hope, let's see if they have this updated yet. Oh, yeah, this is Wheeler. This is the guy that uh, that he was in charge of the EPA, which he used to be a lobbyist for the fossil fuel industry. So they have not updated this. It says the webpage does not exist. I guess maybe the Biden administration is starting to transition this website to bring science back uh, and quit lying to the American people. So thank you for watching, and please call your senator or your House of Representative and voice your support for battling climate change, reducing greenhouse gases by fossil fuels and other causes, support for electric vehicles, support for renewable energy like solar and wind, and your objection to like things like the Keystone Pipeline and things that are going to hurt our EPA. We want to preserve our planet for our kids and for our future and turn things around. And we can do that if we all work together. Thank you.